What if you could get 1,000 leads to your side hustles in 30 days? Hey guys, that's the topic for today, and I'm talking to people on this channel who are starting or running a side hustle. Whatever side hustle you have, whether it is an online side hustle, an offline side hustle, I get the point. I am a parent of an autist, and most of the people that are following me are people, parents, maybe of autist or different kid, but we have one thing in common. We are running or starting side hustle so that we get that extra money. But so maybe we have identified, that's, I think that's the easiest part, identifying, some offers or some side hustles that we can run. Most of the time we are convinced that this sounds something that we can do, we can work on, or we can we can implement. And because the first let's say false idea that we have is that that business is can be run because I can sell it to friends, I can sell it to families. And this is the first false idea, because a business or side hustle can't be run with friends and families only as customers. At some point of time we have to go out, reach out to other people to sell it. And then most of the time we get stuck at this point. We get stuck because we didn't think about a strategy to get some more leads, to get some more customers. We haven't prepared ourselves to sell it. And if you followed my channel, the few videos, you know that myself, I'm not really good at selling. So most of the time what I'm doing is that I am doing a few things like modeling people that have already done it. I do some affiliate marketing. But even though if you're not doing the affiliate marketing, but let's say that you've chosen a brick and mortar program, maybe you have decided to open a restaurant, maybe you have decided to sell some, I don't know, chiropractor things, or because you have some talent on this. Maybe you're just doing some Etsy shop, or doing some affiliate marketing like me. At some point of time, you have to think about how you will be running that side hustle. And as I told you in the introduction, what if we could get 1,000 leads in 30 days? Because if you're listening to this video, if you clicked on this thumbnail and clicked on this video, that means that maybe you have some issues generating leads. And that's what we are going to show you on this video. So stay till the end, because I will give you the tips and the tricks for doing that. But let's get back to the topic. Well, most of the time, let's not count on friends and family if we want to build a business or build a side hustle, because some point of time, well, they are not there because maybe it's a product that they don't need. So maybe they may buy once, but you need recurrent things. You need some people that will buy from you from time to time, so that it can make it a business, not just a hobby. And that's one of the big points that I want to raise here. We are building a business, not just a hobby. So what can you do? Most of the time, people that are selling, whether it is online, you know that you have to follow up, you have to do some great hooks, you have to, what if you could just do things on automatic mode, some of those things. Maybe if you know that, for example, maybe you can have some ad budget, but if you have some ad budget and run it to another that is not converting, it's just like you're throwing away your money. And you don't want to do that. That's not what you want to do, because we are a bit broke. So we just want to be cautious when it comes to expanding your money. So how do you do it? How do you make it sure that those leads can convert? And that's because we are running after this flexible lifestyle that I'm always talking about. What should we do? What is the system that we need to put in place to make it work? So again, that's what one of the great things when it comes to the online, because I'm promoting online approaches, is that you can automate a lot of things. For example, if people arrive on your offer, maybe they will not convert the first time because they don't know you, they don't know your offer. So you may have 5% or 10% conversion rate, but out of those 5%, let's say that you have the 1,000 people who have, seen your offer. 5% is just 50 people who may be interested or may take action and maybe come to your brick and mortar business, or maybe click on that link where they can order and all those things. But 5% is already not a big conversion rate, but that's the standards, for example, for some industries. So what do you do with this 5%? How do you make sure that you optimize this 5% conversion so that it turns out into sales? That's where you need to build some automation. That's where you need to have some kind of salesperson who will do the same thing over and over again, because that salesperson understand what the customer is looking for. And what is there a way to get a 24/7 salesperson who does this automatically? Because that's what we want to have, because we also want to get that flexible lifestyle. So we are looking for systems that allow us to do that. And that's the good thing about funnels that we are promoting or that we are proposing, because at the end of the day, what is a funnel? The funnel is that a system that is set up to sell something in an automatic way, so that at the end of the day, you may use whatever traffic generation that you choose, so as to get people or leads into that funnel, and that funnel will do the work to convert this into sales. So, for example, let's say that the traffic generation that you have decided to do is by using social media, maybe Instagram, maybe TikTok, maybe Facebook or Facebook groups. So you get into those social media activities, you interact with people, you try to see who are the people who may be interested, maybe or not, and then maybe eventually do some direct messages to those people. So you forward them to your sales funnel, and that sales funnel will convert it into a lead or into a sales. Or another traffic, maybe this can be easier, but it will need some budget from you. You can run an ad, Facebook ads, TikTok ads, or YouTube ads, or Google ads, and then those platforms, Facebook, Google, TikToks, will help you find, your ideal customer. But you will only do that once you are comfortable that your sales funnel is good to go and is converting. So how do you do that? So this is one of the issues, because most of the time when we are identifying a side hustle, we see the potential of the offer, but we are not good at presenting that offer, at making the copywriting of that offer so that it converts well, which means that at the end of the day we think that, whoa, that was not a good idea after all. But because we are not good at implementing it, we are not good at doing what is requested to make it work. So if you feel like you have those kind of problems where you have a good offer, you think that you have a good offer, but you're not good at attracting leads, I highly suggest that you take this training done by a highly successful person, which is Russell Brunson, where he is doing a 30 days training and implementation plan so that you get 1,000 leads in 30 days. Check the description on the link of this video where you can start this training, which is free. And while you're doing this training, he also put excellent bonuses that you can also learn from. So I highly recommend this training, because the promise is there: how to get 1,000 leads in 30 days. and I fully trust that person, which is Russell Brunson. He has helped thousands of people run successful online business, and maybe that next person is you. See you back.